Hello everyone, this is Mr. Price and I'm here to go over our word study lesson for the day. So this is very similar to what we were doing yesterday. Yesterday you were given a certain vocabulary word, you went back in the story to find more information about it and to see what prior knowledge you had about that word. You then made a prediction about what that word meant, and then you confirmed what the meaning of that word was by checking in the dictionary. Today's assignment is going to be very similar to what you did yesterday. You're going to take the word from the word list up here on the right. You're going to write it where it says vocabulary word. You're going to then look back at the reading and locate that vocabulary word. Once you locate the word, you're going to read the sentence that contains that word and the sentences that surround it. And you're going to use the context to make a prediction that will explain what you think that word means based on the reading. Let's do the first one together. So when I come back to our worksheet, I use the text box feature to write the first word on the list. Now, I'm going to go back to our story and find that word or the version of that word that's used. It'll be in bold. And so here I found it. The version that's used is advocates, not just advocate. And we can see that it says, on August 28, 1963, more than 250,000 people from every part of the United States traveled to the nation's capital. Actors, folk singers, and other advocates of civil rights spoke to this huge crowd. Radio and television carried their words to millions. So I'm going to make a prediction then about what I think that word means. Got my text box set up. And since it says that these actors, folk singers, and other advocates of civil rights, and earlier it had talked about how civil rights groups decided to hold a huge rally in Washington to speak out in support of a new law. To me, that seems like if these people are speaking to a huge crowd and supporting this issue, I think that that's kind of what advocates means. It means to support an issue. Now, I'm going to check the word wisdom dictionary that has been provided with this lesson. And I'm going to look up the word advocate, and I'm going to write what the formal definition is. When I come down here, I notice that there's actually three forms of the word advocate. And so what that means is that I need to use the context of the word and how it was used in the story to determine which meaning I'm going to write down. So the first one is a supporter or defender. The second, a person who practices law. The third, to be in favor of something. Right away, I'm able to rule out the second definition. We know that in the story that we're reading, the word advocate is not referring to a person who practices law. So that means it's a choice between the first usage and the second, a supporter or defender, or to be in favor of something. And while I can see that this may seem like it's people that are in favor of something, to me it seems more like these people are supporters or defenders of the civil rights movement. That really seems to match the strong stance that the article describes these people taking on that movement. So that's the definition I would go with, a supporter or defender. And that's all there is to it. You're going to continue working down the list. The ones that have check marks are the ones that were used as examples yesterday. So There's no need to do those today. You only need to do the ones that are without check marks. If you want to make things visually easier on yourself, you can cross out the words as you go. That's not required though. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to stop by my office hours, and I'm happy to assist you. Have a great day.